Hello, hello. Welcome back once again. Right off the bat, big shout out to Ethan Franklin from YouTube, who's beginning the 333 meditation challenge. He's just started. So, congratulations to you, my brother, and you're well on the way. Let's see how your progress goes, one day at a time, one fucking breath at a time, one moment at a time, you know? Stack them up. Stack up your first day, stack up your first week, stack up a couple weeks, do the months, and you got 3 months. You're well on your way. You're well above average. You're well above mediocre, which is exactly where you want to be. You know? One second. Boom. That's exactly where you want to be. You want to be well above average, and this is how you get started. You start doing something positive for yourself. And that can be as simple as a little tiny bit of meditation, 3 minutes to be exact. You get started right away, and that way, after a few weeks and a few months, you'll have already gathered up some momentum. Then as the months and years go on, you'll be on the right track in life, and in a few years from now, you'll be a fucking baller. Imagine where you'll be in 10 years. You'll be fucking achieving your goals. You'll actually be the kind of person that you always want to be. It's possible. You can do it. And if you don't do it, you know who you're going to be? You're going to be the person that your junior high school fucking math teacher told you were. A fucking idiot who's stupid, who should just shut up and do what you're told. Right? You're no one. It's not like everyone's out there trying to make you a big success. Like, believe it or not, when you start to change your life and you start to improve who you are and you start to raise in your vibration or raise in your paradigm or however you want to say it, believe it or not, the other people around you will try to keep you from doing that. What? Really? Yeah, that's what they do. People are not going to want to see you all of a sudden improve yourself. They're not going to want to see you start radically increasing your financial wealth. They're not going to want to see you changing and improving your relationships, even changing your physical appearance, getting jacked, whatever it is. People are not just going to be like, whoa, that's so great. Like, wow, it's the odd person will, like 1 in 10, 1 in 100. Maybe 1 in 1,000. The odd person will understand that it's better for everyone if you improve, but not most people. And it will be like probably like traumatic at first. It'll be like terrifying. Will you be like, what the hell? I thought these people would support me. Like I thought they would be glad. But they don't know any better. They don't understand. They're just in reaction to everything. Their whole life is just in reaction. So it's just one reaction after another. So when they see you start to improve, they can't really think about it. They're not like, oh, hey, this guy's trying to improve. That's probably a good thing. Maybe I should improve too. And this whole society can improve and the whole world can improve and we can all be happier and that would be great. Wouldn't that be great? They're not really thinking about it like that. They're just like an instant reaction. They're just like, oh, something's different. I don't understand. It feels uncomfortable. Make it stop. Because that's how they react to everything in their lives. So they want a pill to make the feeling stop. They want a fucking magical man in the fucking sky to solve all their problems. They want you to just stop changing so it doesn't upset them. That's generally what you're going to get. And that's okay. In fact, that's probably evidence that you're on the right track. You know what I mean? That's probably a good thing. It's probably beneficial. It's probably like that's how you know you're winning, right? You're probably if you didn't have any people who were like mad at you or who were like you're an idiot, you're probably not doing it right. Like you're gonna polarize people. You're gonna have people who some people are gonna love you, some people are gonna fucking hate you. Like think about like Elvis Presley. Like there are all kinds of people hated him. By the thousands, probably by the millions of people were like, oh my God, he's moving his hips while he's singing. His hair slicked back. What? This is terrible. This is bad. He's so terrible. He's a Satan worshiper, da-da-da. But look how many people loved him. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people loved him. You can do it all the fucking way back to even, like, damn, if you want to get biblical on shit, like, look at the stories about Jesus and stuff. Like, they all hated him and wanted to kill him, but yet now everyone thinks he's so magical and special. Like, of course they're going to not want you to improve and change, but you just need to accept that's part of it. And they don't know any better. And you don't need to get mad about it. Like, you don't need to be like, fuck you, you should appreciate what I'm doing, you should encourage me. Man, nah, they're not going to get it. Like, they can't. They're not. Only thing you can do is just keep improving, and maybe someday they will at some point sort of appreciate it, and maybe you'll trigger some kind of change in them. And it could actually happen someday. They could actually, like, years down the road, they could be like, oh, hey, man, like, wow, that was really cool what you did. Like, that inspired me or something. But until then, who cares? Like, it's not worth any time. It's like you investing in a drug addict. It's like you investing in someone who's just like a homeless meth addict. And you're just, hey man, you can do it. You can recover from being a meth addict. Like, you can do it. Like, it's going to happen. I'm going to come here every day and encourage you to stop being a meth addict. Not a good investment. Like, it's not going to happen. It's so unlikely that a person's going to be able to transform their lives or even make any change. You're not going to have time in this life. You're only going to live for, like, if you're like ideal scenario, who knows, at this rate, I'll be probably a fucking 100 before I'm dead, at least, maybe longer. And, you know, if you take care of yourself, you can live a long time, but it's still not long enough to take a bad investment. Like, you can't look at someone who's totally derailed. Mind you, it is never too late, and anything is possible with time and effort, but you still have to look at the likelihood of things. It's like someone who's been an alcoholic or a drug addict for decades and is like homeless and all fucked up, and they're like well into like their 40s or 50s, you got to just do a quick mathematical equation and be like, okay, I don't really believe that's going to improve. I'm not going to invest in that. Okay, fine, move on. And that's how you even have to think about people when you start to change your life just as it is. And if you want to get into meditation or self-development or success in relationships or working out or whatever, you just need to understand that if people aren't able to see that as a good thing, you just need to understand, probably not in this life, right? Like, they're probably not going to catch on in this life, and that's okay, and I'm just going to accept them for who they are, and I'm going to carry on. Maybe sometime down the road they will catch on. Maybe they'll take fucking magic fucking plant medicine and they'll suddenly become enlightened. It's possible, but we don't count on that, right? We just accept things as they are, and we're like, okay, cool, man, and you keep doing your path. And then when you're even, a funny thing is if you could become like, that's why I'm encouraging, like, I want to become like financially successful too, and I think everyone should, because then there's a level of like hilarity to it. There's a level of like comedic value where you can see that certain things in our society people really value, and things like money. So if most people aren't able to resist that, right? They aren't able to resist giving you validation for financial success. So if you just get inner success and then at some point you just get financial success too, then you'll see how people aren't able to separate the two, right? They're just gonna look at the financial success and give you tons of validation, and then you can be like, oh, okay, but I remember when you didn't support me when I was getting inner success, so why are you bothering to support the financial success? That's fucking weird. And you don't need to rub it in their faces, but you can just acknowledge and you just be like, oh, okay, yeah, you're way down, you're way back there, like you haven't even begun yet. You just see these little flashy trinkets of money and you think that's all the success. Like, okay, I see where you're at, but I'm going all the way to the top in many different ways. And again, like, a lot of these things I'm talking about are under the opinion that you're already well invested in this idea, or at least you're very open to it, or at least you're fully understanding that there's nothing down the other path. There's nothing down the mainstream path, right? Like, I'm hopefully vibrating at a level where you've already maybe exhausted a few options, right? Maybe you already went to university, you already got some fucking degrees, maybe you already got money, maybe you already got married, maybe you already fucking went to your fucking local like priest or something, maybe you went to a doctor, maybe you went to a fucking lawyer, who knows? You went to someone who you thought had authority, and at some point you really had to come to a conclusion like, ugh, There's really not much out there. Like, they just don't know. And so I'm coming from that frame of like, yeah, okay, you accept that. Now let's find out what we can do. What do we know? What has sort of risen to the top in terms of value? What has risen to the top in this sort of reality of human beings and of plants and of gods and all things? Like, what do we kind of know? So I'm assuming you're in that position and you're keen to be like, okay, cool, let's move forward with that, because that's where I'm coming from. And if you're still sitting around like making excuses or doing victim stories or expecting some kind of miracle or expecting things to come for you, you know, I guess you can still watch and hopefully you're doing the meditation, but you're going to always be, it's going to always be holding you back until you really just accept the reality that here you are right now. This is what you have, your own breath, your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own faculties of that have been naturally given to you by your fucking ancestors, your proclivities to whichever activities you kind of have a calling to. That's what you have. Let's embrace that now. Let's embrace the present moment and let's try to move forward. And so you want to get to that point, get there and start working towards getting there. Then you can make it somewhere. The longer that you sit around being like, well, one day, once I get this new job, once I get that new car, oh, just wait until I get married, wait until I have my kid, wait until the kids are in college. Anytime you're thinking like that, there's nothing down there, man. It's just, you may as well just be taking fucking lines of coke. Like you're just shifting from the present moment into a fantasy land. One day when the kids are in college, well, one day what? One day will be this day. One day will be this day, just many days from now, right? You're still the same. You're still going to be in the present moment. You need to develop your consciousness, your fucking capacity for engagement right now. You need to build the vessel of your own self, and you need to do it in the moment, because a year from now, it's still going to be a moment. It's still going to be this moment. And our whole society is built around not acknowledging that. Don't worry, one day you can retire. One day you can live in a fucking old folks home. Well, why the fuck do I want to do that? I want to live today. Well, don't do that, because you might, it's like, that's how society thinks. Like, don't go skydiving. What if you died? Well, what if I fucking didn't die? Or what if I did? Who gives a shit? I'm trying to live my fucking life here. I'm not trying to be careful about every fucking thing. And that's all they want to do. That's why if you watch mainstream news, it's all about scientists say don't eat this, scientists say do eat that. Well, fuck those. Who are these scientists? The fuck do I care? Like, what do they look like? They're fucking twerpy losers who can't do 10 pull-ups? Well, get the fuck out of here. Why am I listening to you? Like, shut up. Like, you want to... And that's why the real cool people, the people who really have value, are not fucking straight-laced people. They're crazy. They're crazy. Like, look at me. I have a fucking man bun and a beard. And I'm on Instagram and fucking YouTube shooting off about meditation and cussing and swearing and talking shit about doing pull-ups. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I'm fucking crazy. So are all the legends. Look at Rogan with his big fucking head and his tattoos everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Look at fucking Julian and Tyler, fucking balding ginger. Like, all the real people are not perfect. Like, and the more that you try to be perfect, you're just trying to be a fucking weirdo. Like, embrace the fact that you're fucking crazy. Embrace it. If you want to have success in money, fuck yeah, embrace it. Money's crazy. It's all nuts. If you want to have success in relationships, like, wait till you meet the really, really hot girls. They're fucking crazy. They're crazy. And that's funny. And that's cool. And they know it. And then you know it. Because you're crazy. You embrace it. You don't look for some perfect... As long as you're sitting around being like, oh, that fucking Jennifer, she's so perfect. Oh, sitting there in the fucking, in class. Oh, she's not fucking perfect, okay? She's probably fucking crazy. And that's okay, because you should be crazy too. Because we're all fucking crazy. As soon as you think that one guy has it all figured out, oh, that one dude, he's so smart. He's a fucking, probably a cult leader. You know what I mean? No one's got it all figured out. Look at Schwarzenegger. He doesn't have it all figured out. He's over there hooking up with his maid, having illegitimate children and stuff. Nobody has it all figured out. But there are people that have a good understanding of things. Okay? And they've worked towards building an understanding of things. And you want to surround yourself with those people. You want to get access to those people however you can. If it's reading their books, if it's listening to podcasts, if it's watching Instagram live shit, if it's just asking them, please, can I hang out with you for an hour and just listen to you? Can I just spend time around you and get a feeling for how you engage with reality? Just do it. If you have to pay them a fucking $100 to sit beside them on the bus, you fucking do it. You do whatever you can. If you find someone who's successful, who's cool, who you want to spend time with, you just ask them, like, dude, can I just buy you dinner right now? Can I just buy you a fucking coffee? Can I just sit here with you? Blah, blah, blah. You know what? A lot of the time people are cool. If they are a real human being and a real person who built their own fucking lifestyle and invested in themselves, and you come with that approach, they're probably going to be cool about it. They're probably going to be like, yeah, dude, I understand you're trying to invest in yourself and you have to pay a price for that. Okay, I'm willing to let you purchase me a fucking coffee because it's true that you do have to invest. And if you don't buy me a coffee, you won't value it. So I'll let you buy me the coffee. Yeah, sit down for fucking 20 minutes. I'll rattle off some ideas and go away and maybe come back in a few weeks. That's how it works. Okay? That's how it works. If you were living in the fucking jungle, that's what you'd be doing. You'd be going to the fucking old school hunter dude who knows how to kill leopards, and you'd be hanging around. You'd be like, how the fuck did you kill that leopard last time? Like, let me see your spear. How did you sharpen that? Like, why the fuck does the jaguar go right instead of left? Like, what? How do you know the smell between jaguar and fucking panther? Like, what's the difference here? You'd be trying to figure it out because that's what you're built for. You're a human being. You're a fucking monkey. You're an animal. You live on this planet. You like killing fucking animals so you can eat them. If you're a woman, you like having babies or whatever the fuck. I'm sure that's sexist or whatever these fucking idiots say these days, but it's like, these are your proclivities. Just accept them and go with them. Maybe you're a little different. I don't know. Maybe you're a chick and you like to hunt. Okay, perfect, good. Then go. You're still going to want to be learning how to do it better. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are your natural fucking abilities. So lean into them. Embrace them. Go with it. Don't try to fucking totally rewrite the human fucking genetics, okay? You can't just be a weak, scrawny fucking loser who purchases a fucking Lamborghini and then thinks randomly the hot girls are going to like him. It's not going to work like that. They're fucking you over. You can't just be some girl who's got a fucked up personality and doesn't take care of herself and then think fucking Brad Pitt's going to marry you, okay? It doesn't work like that. Why are you trying to pretend that? Anyone who's telling you that shit's going to work is fucking crazy. Okay, they're just crazy. Just accept it. Not in a good way either. Not in the good way. They're fucking nuts. They're fucked up. You need to tell them. Like, you know, like, you're tapped. Your things are tapped. Like, get away from me. We're not having it. You need to be like, I don't have time for this. I need to go do 3 minutes of meditation. And then you need to go do your 3 minutes of meditation. Like, nothing should stand in its path. Like I said in another video, where if you're walking up the stairs with fucking hot soup and it's time for your meditation, you should drop the hot soup on the fucking ground and lay down in the hot soup and do your meditation. Like, there's no excuse ever that's good enough. Like, it is the highest priority, and if you can breathe, then you're lucky. Like, you need to do it no matter what, and luckily, breathing will take place on its own. But there's nothing more important than it. Nothing. Not anything. But my kids are crying. Okay, good. Let them cry. Do your meditation. But I can't because my leg fell off. Okay, good. Do your meditation. Then when you get back up, fucking sew the leg back on. Like, there's not any... Why are you trying to make excuses? Like, what are you talking about? I can't. I'm too busy. How can you fucking fall down right now and do it? Then you do it, right? There is no excuse. What are you talking about too busy? That's not possible. That's impossible. You're alive. You're breathing. Then you do the meditation. Right? You're watching this video. Do it. You should have done it already. You could have already done it. The video's half over. So there is no excuse. Look at the people who are doing it. I'm doing it. Guy from YouTube, Ethan Franklin's doing it. Another dude messaged me, DM me on Instagram. He's going hard. So people are doing it. People are winning. Why is it possible that Rogan's winning? Why is it possible that fucking... you know what I mean? Why is it possible that Dan Bilzerian's winning? Why is it possible fucking Beyonce's winning? These people are winning in life because they've worked at it. Yes, it's true. There's some idiots who just got successful at random and they were like child celebrity stars or some shit, or like their parents inherited them millions of dollars. That's true. You know, and I understand that, and whatever. That's part of reality, but we're not dealing with like a surface level reality. We're dealing with like the actual universal reality, and this, as I'm speaking about it, is how that thing works. All these little variations and all these little exceptions to the rule, well, like, But how come that one guy was a child star and he didn't have to work for it and he just got... But you know what? He's probably got a fucking pill problem, okay? So just relax. Or he probably got like abused on the set or something. Like, who the fuck knows? But you just want to embrace the idea that this is your path. This is our path. This is the real path. And when you're finally fucking dead, you can look at the gods in the eye and they'll be like, oh, hey, man, that was sweet. You went hard as a human being on planet Earth. That's dope. You were a boss. What's next? Let's find out. Right? And you don't have to go as some fucking pathetic loser and the gods are going to look at you like, dude, you fucking idiot. Go back down there again and do it again. And your ass will be back down here again, living a whole nother life with a whole more bullshit to deal with. Just do it right this time. And if you doubt it all, you already know the answer to that, okay? Do I have to even mention again? You can check, okay? I've made other videos about that. You can go and check. If you don't think that the fucking gods have any influence, if you don't think that there is some type of like universal intelligence, okay, great, don't. Go back to your fucking science textbooks, I don't care. But I recommend you just go check. And you can do it very fucking simply. Fly your ass down to the jungle and fucking sing some tunes with the shamans and drink your fucking medicine and you'll figure it out pretty fucking quick. And it doesn't matter how much you want to sit there and be like, no, a science experiment textbook told me that that's not real. Okay, well, when your ass is sitting in the jungle and the fucking shamans are blowing smoke on you and shit, you're going to know it's pretty fucking real. And your shit will be handed to you. And what I'm telling you is, let's preempt that. Don't bother. You know what I'm saying? Don't bother. You don't want to have to bother, okay? You don't really want to have to bother going down with the fucking spiders and the snakes and the fucking jaguars crawling through your fucking dreams and stuff. Don't bother. Just do it now. Just start meditating now and you can save yourself the trouble and you can stay where you're at in your fucking condo, downtown New York or wherever you are, and you can just start meditating and you can improve yourself that way. And you can still have all the benefits of your regular life, drinking lattes at Starbucks, you know what I'm saying, going to your nice gym, sleeping in your nice bed. Just do that. Embrace it. Appreciate the luxuries that you have in this current civilization that we're living in an age of luxury in many ways. But you still have to do the work of embracing the fucking stupidity that you've been given, right? You can't just randomly avoid that. You still need to embrace it. And I guess that's my message here overall is you as a human being, you as an adult, even as a child, you know, you have responsibility. And that responsibility is not to mow your lawn fucking twice a week, okay? Mow it if you want, go ahead. But your responsibility is not to fucking, put your fucking blue socks on, wear a fucking company sanctioned fucking dress shirt, and, follow every single societal norm. You can do that if you want. And even you can do that if it's kind of a necessity of your life. Like if you're a fucking firefighter and you can't have a beard because it interferes with your fucking face mask, okay, accept that, shave the fucking beard, put the face mask on and put out the fire. I accept that. That's the reality of your life. But branch out in other ways, right? Maybe you could have long hair. It's frowned upon. But is it against the fucking law? It's frowned upon. But what if you did it? What would happen? Well, they don't like it. But could you do it though? What if you did it? Let's find out. Right? You want to be willing to do that. Well, they don't really like when I say that. But can you say it though? Could you say it? Just say it. And is it completely against the law? No? Go ahead. Right? Why not? Well, society doesn't really like the fact that I'm talking about plant medicine. Okay, but what are they doing about it though? Well, they don't. But what are they doing literally? Are they kicking your door in? No? Go ahead then. Right? That's the whole point. Why do you think we shut down fucking the Third Reich? Why do you think we didn't turn into communism? So that you could have the right to do this shit. So let's fucking do it. It's not so that you can have the right to sit in some stupid classroom and fucking do whatever a teacher says. Fuck all that. Why? That's retarded. You have the right to do as you please. To be the kind of person you want to be. As long as you're not hurting other people. As long as you're not like severely breaking the law. As long as you're not like fundamentally dismantling like the fabric of like what it means to live like in coexistence with people, go ahead, right? And people have pushed that to the limit in terms of like, you can have like purple hair, like 50 piercings in your face and tattoos everywhere. It's like, okay, that's fine. If you want to do that, you can do it. And, you know, that's one way to push the limits, I suppose. But I'd still like to see it in other ways. Like, let's push it all the way in different directions. Like, even I've heard about people now doing like crazy dancing and stuff, like crazy, like going to like dance, like, I don't know, like carnivals, I guess. I heard Aubrey Marcus, Rogan's business partner, talking about that, where he's doing all kinds of like dancing. It's like, good, man. Let's do something like that. Like, it's like, and I even heard him talking. He's like, well, you know, I didn't ever dance before because I always thought like, oh, guys can't really dance. It's kind of stupid. But he's like, no, man, I'm going to push against that. I'm going to do it anyway. And let's see. So it's cool. Like, I'm for stuff like that. Like, whatever's a bit different, right? And that's why even I always come back to the meditation. It's like, you can sit there and be like, well, I'm not really a person who meditates. Like, I'm not really like that. Like, oh, I play on the football team. I play on the hockey team. I'm in a punk rock band. That's okay if you're doing those things, but you still want to be investing in this because this is the most important, right? It's like, why do you think Phil Jackson, who was the coach of the Lakers, basically just mandated that his whole team meditate? Like, one of the most successful coaches ever in the NBA was basically forced his team to meditate. I wonder if that matters. Maybe we should consider that's a good idea, right? So you just take your cues from people who are radically successful. Just take your cues. Just accept that what they're saying, yeah, that's probably an important thing. Let's fucking do it, right? Let's just do it. Why do you think Marcus Aurelius called his book Meditations? One of the greatest fucking texts ever written. Marcus Aurelius. He was the guy at the very beginning of the movie Gladiator. He was the old guy that was like in charge of everything that got killed. That character was Marcus Aurelius. He was a super famous Roman general at probably like the height of the empire, and he wrote this series of sort of passages which he called Meditations. And it's one of the best books ever. It's one of like the most famous books in life. You should probably go read it. Many people swear by it. Tim Ferriss talks about it. It was the whole idea behind Stoicism, the idea of Stoicism, which is kind of having a resurgence now. Check out Ryan Holiday. He wrote a few books about it called The Ego is the Enemy, The Obstacle is the Way, blah, 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 blah. He trained under fucking Dr. Robert Greene, who wrote the 48 Laws of Power, blah, blah, blah. I'm just giving you some lineage for some of these ideas, that it's like, just accept the reality that people have already checked. Yes, Luke already checked. This is the way forward. Let's just go. Come with me. If you're here for a while, give me a fucking $1. There you go. Let's bring 1 million people. Then I'll be a millionaire. Who the fuck cares? Keep going. Right? So this is how it's going to work. There's no magical fucking pills. There are magical plants you can use. But it's not going to be how you think. It's not going to cure everything. It's going to change shit. It's going to alter your perceptions on shit. It's going to enable you to create a new perspective. Yes, that's true, but it isn't an escape, right? It's not the way that you think you're going to be able to escape things. You can't escape. You're already here, right? You were born for a fucking reason, and you want to be able to find out what that is. And in order to get started, you got to clear the bullshit out of your mind, clear the bullshit out of your fucking thoughts, clear the stupid patterns out. And in order to get started with that, you're going to have to start a process of self-reflection. You know how that gets started? Take a guess. Someone just say it out loud. It's meditation. Yeah, you get started with meditation. But you can't. Oh, it's too hard. It's too weird. I don't get it. Well, you know what? You start small. You know how small you start? 3 minutes. That's how small. 3 fucking minutes. Then you're in the club. You start today. You do 3 minutes. You put the headphones on. You do 3 minutes. You finish. You go back to your regular life. A few days later, you come back, you do it again. A few days later, you come back, you do it again. There's 1 week. You did 3 minutes of meditation for 1 week. Boom, you're on the path. You do it for 3 months. You're in the fucking club, yo. You're balling out of control. You're winning. It's about winning. This is about being a fucking baller. This is about reaching your goals. This is about having massive fucking success in all kinds of ways. That's where we're going. We're going to the top. Who's coming with me? I'm sure as fuck going there. It's obvious. And when I get there, you know what I'm going to be saying? I'm going to be saying, how in the fuck do I literally look exactly like fucking How do I look so much like fucking Will Smith? Like, why do I look exactly like a fucking version of Will Smith and Tom Cruise put together? Okay. Anyway, all kidding aside, you should definitely do your meditation today. I'm going to do my shit 1 hour like a boss. That's insane. That's one whole hour. That's obscene. That's obscene. And you're going to do 3 minutes. Boom. Like this shit. Subscribe. Whatever the fuck. Send me a DM. Get it going. Shout out to everyone who's following. That's all for today. Peace out.